Hey guys, what's up? Shompo here. In this video, I will share you the two heroes that I spam a lot to gain some MMR. So the first hero is Speedbreaker. And you can play this hero in 3, 4, 5 roles. This hero is pretty good. It's been nerfed a bit, but it's still not that nerfed enough. So the item build, I would suggest you to go to Freeze Boots. If you're playing in the offlane, then you need to go Freeze Boots, Octarine Core. And sometimes I would recommend you to buy a Helm of Iron Will if you're playing against high physical damage hero and you want to lane a lot. So in this case, you need to buy a Helm of Iron Will just to survive in the lane. You need to buy it first item only rather than trying to go for Freeze Boots. So just so that you can stay in the lane and your support can do a lot of stuff. And then the item build is pretty standard: Phase Boots, Octarine, then go for Shadow Blade, Evil Scepter, and Lincolns. And I would recommend you to buy a 4-star if you're playing against heroes like Clockwork, which is a very hard counter to you, and if you're playing against Skyrath match, because I bought a 4-star because there was a mid Skyrath who was very owning. So I had to buy a 4-star just to get out of that guy's spells. So now the skill build is very simple. If you're playing offlane, you need to max your third skill because the third skill allows you to farm a lot, and you can keep 1 point in charge and 1 point in bulldoze till level 5. And at level 7, you can try to max your charge because your charge allows you to farm more because of the reduced cooldown. So you can hit more creeps with that, because the only way you farm with Speedbreaker is with a charge, because its charge allows you to farm a lot of creeps, and of course maxing your third skill as well. Now if you're playing 4 and 5 role, then you need to rush Phase Boots and get SB. You can't really afford to go any other items. And the weakness of this hero is that it does very little damage. You are mostly a team fight hero, a control hero, and your job is to basically force enemy spells on you. So this way you can tank up a lot of spells for your team, and then your teammates can have the free game. Now I wouldn't recommend this hero below the 2k MMR bracket because this hero does very little damage and you need a lot of damage just to carry your team fights. If you really want to try this hero below the 2k MMR bracket, then I would suggest you to buy a Blade Mail first. Blade Mail does a lot of damage, and in my bracket I bought a Blade Mail against a Wind Ranger. I must say, she thought I was gonna die here and I thought I was gonna die here, but in the end she died first and I died later. If your teammates don't have any damage, then I would highly recommend you to make Blade Mail. So that's it for Speedbreaker. Now my second hero is Razor. Okay, now this hero can be played in 1, 2, 3 role, but I only play offlane. And one time I played in the mid lane because my anti-mage who was a mid lane, he told me to switch the lane because he wanted to go against Medusa, and he said that Razor is really good against Storm Spirit. And I actually went in the lane, I crushed Storm Spirit in the mid lane, and I won this game, and we were able to end this game at like 20 minutes. Depending upon your lane, if you're playing offlane and the enemy has a lot of slows and kite, then you need to go your first skill because you need to kite them, otherwise they're gonna kill you at level 1. But if they don't have any kite or stuns, then you need to go your second skill and make sure the enemy carry is suffering a lot with the damage reduction from your static link, and then you can harass him a lot. So the skill build is very simple. You need to max your plasma field because you want to farm a lot, and you need to take 1 point in your third skill because the third skill has been buffed a lot. Now it gives 10% movement speed at level 1. So earlier it used to give 6% movement speed, but that extra 4% makes a huge difference now. And maxing your plasma field is the best. So once you max your plasma field, you will be having like 2 points in your static link, and then you need to max your third skill and take the level 10 talent, the 14 agility one, because it makes you like a carry build. Now you can take the 30 plasma field, that is also good. If you want to farm a lot of creeps, then that is also good, but I highly recommend you to take the 14 agility now because the Bloodstone Razor timing is gone now. You can still play the Bloodstone Razor, but it's not that good as this is because Razor has been buffed a lot now. His late game has been buffed, his agility gain has been buffed, his starting agility has been buffed, and also his level 10 talent which 14 agility. This hero has been extremely good in the late game now. So in the offlane, so the item build is like this. You need to buy a Wraith Band first because you want to tank up a lot in the lane. Boots, then a magic wand, unless until you're playing against heroes like PA and they spam a lot. So you can go magic wand first, but I highly recommend you to go boots first because this hero is very slow, and then go for power threads, and then go for Sanjay Yasha, because once you get the Sanjay Yasha, you are like very tanky hero at like 17-18 minutes. Once you get the Sanjay Yasha, and nobody can kill you, and then disassemble that Sanjay Yasha and make Manta Style because you want to have a dispel. There are a lot of roads, there are a lot of spells that can annoy you, and Manta gives you that dispel. It gives you the illusion. The illusion farming is not that good. You can dodge a lot of spells with Manta. Now I've done it. I've dodged Speedbreaker charge. I've dodged, I think, some other spell. I don't remember now. So I highly recommend you to make Manta, and then go for BKB because you want to stick to a target, and BKB is the only way you stick to the target. And then with the Sanj which you have, you can go for Halberd and become the anti-carry hero and then going for either a refresher or you can make a scepter depending upon the game. And you can also like make some flexible item, like if your teammates don't have stun, you can go for hex, or you can go for assault curious, you can go for sure. Like Razor is very flexible, you can even go butterfly, you can go a lot of different builds after this. So but this is like the standard build that I will recommend you to. And then you can also buy a Lincoln if they have a lot of single target spells. And of course I forgot to mention, once you get the BKB, you need to buy the shard. Okay, the shard is like the cherry on top of this Razor, because once you get the shard, you have like extra control in the team fights. The enemy is slowed by 100%, so this means they can't really move in the team fights, and then you are moving at like maximum speed with the maximum third skill. So I will highly recommend you to get the shard. And of course the talents are pretty straightforward. You can get the 14 agility talent, and then the level 15 talent, the strength talent. I will highly recommend you to go to strength talent. The 20 talent, if you're going scepter build, you need to take minus 0.1 second in static storm interval time. Or if you're going for the carry build, then I highly recommend you go for the 21% storm surge movement speed, because that allows you to catch up with the hero, then you are literally unslowable hero after that. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys will try this hero. I'm winning a lot of MMR with this hero currently, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.